Hey guys, welcome to Help to Sharing Made Simple. My name is Faith Nichols and I am the founder of this incredible Faithful Oilers team. My Young Living journey began back in fall of 2015. At the time, I was working 50 to 60 hours a week between running my catering business and driving a school bus part-time. I was burnt out. I was doing all that and I was still just paying the bills, just trying to stay afloat. And my heart longed for travel. I needed adventure. I needed companionship of some great friends to do life with. But lack of time, lack of finances kind of put a damper on my plans. And I figured that this was as good as it was going to get. So my cousin, Melissa Marshall, she thought otherwise. Now, she had tried to talk to me multiple times about her voodoo oils, and I wanted no part of it. So several failed product story attempts, but when she once mentioned the Young Living opportunity, my ears perked up. And I was just one of those rare unicorns, that didn't fall in love with the products first. I fell in love with the income possibilities. So for me, it was opportunity first, but most people, it's about the products, right? That's why you guys are here. You love these products. But Melissa introduced me to a life that I never given much thought of. It was this low tox, chemical-free lifestyle. And she opened my eyes to the dangers that were in the cupboards. And she empowered me to become a label reader and become an advocate for my own health. So as I eliminated these chemicals one by one in my home, I noticed that my breathing started to improve. And it's been 5 years and I haven't had to refill my rescue inhaler at all. So I did fall in love with those products. I started sharing my testimony with friends and family because I wanted them to experience positive changes in their life too. So when I first received that Young Living paycheck in the mail, just from, referring some friends to Young Living, I realized that there was a viable income opportunity to be had. So I checked out the income disclosure statement and I realized that, this could actually be my exit strategy from this debilitating 7-day workload that I had been carrying for far too long. And 2 years later, I was able to completely retire from what would one call the corporate world, simply because I was passionate about helping other people. Like I got to stay home and share my story and my love for helping other people all from home. So my health and my finances are all better now because my cousin wasn't afraid to share her story with me, and she didn't give up on me, even though I was incredibly stubborn. So thank you, Melissa. And you can learn more about the income opportunity at youngliving.com/IDS. So I know that you guys share, the benefits of products you love all the time. When you eat at a really good restaurant, you go and you tell your friends, oh my gosh, you guys have to eat here. Or you're asking your friends for recommendations on what's the next best, Netflix show that you can binge watch. We look to the people that we trust for those real reviews and testimonies all the time. So in this class, I'm going to give you ideas on how you can generate more personal stories with your products and show you different ways that you can tell someone about Young Living without being pushy or salesy. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here. I want you to bear with me one quick second because I've got some great slides to show you guys. Step. Okay, there we go. I can't see you guys anymore, but I know you can see me. Okay, number one is just be a product of the product. Use your products every single day so that you can create those personal testimonies, because personal stories make your sharing genuine and authentic. Plus, when you use your products regularly, you're gonna notice a difference in the way you feel, which is why you got involved in Young Living in the first place, right? Another way is to start exploring products outside that starter bundle right away. Make it a point to start swapping out, 1 to 3 products that you're going to try new to you each month. And this is going to allow you to build more testimonies. And it also helps you support your health that much more. And if you're going to order, make sure you're ordering on Essential Rewards, because it truly is the best way to save money and get free stuff in the process. It's the way that I'm able to grow my oily collection without actually spending money on oils, because I buy all of the other products that I used to buy at other stores instead. I just swap my money from one store to Young Living. Now, if you're not sure where to start, just make it a mission to kind of sprinkle Young Living throughout your house. This will help you use Young Living products regularly to support your health and build those testimonies at the same time. But it's also going to serve as a casual advertisement when people come to your house. Because with Young Living sprinkled everywhere, there's no way that they can miss it, and it's going to strike up a conversation. I mean, just the other day I was at the store and I was drinking my water out of an empty Ningxia Red bottle, which oddly resembles, a wine bottle. So that's, that strikes up conversation right there. But I had some plus oils in there too. So when people ask me what I'm drinking, or they ask me if that's wine or vodka, whatever they happen to ask, I can introduce them to Ningxia Red and why I drink it. So here's a little pro tip. Make sure you have a Thieves or a lemon foaming hand soap or something in that guest bathroom, or the bathroom that the guests use most often, because that's the place that they're probably going to visit when they're over, and they're going to have to use that product, we hope, right? So you can use your product guide that came with that starter bundle and start exploring different product lines. Make a shopping list, that wish list, okay? So here's some places in my home that I have sprinkled Young Living. My laundry room, I've got my laundry detergent out. I've got some bottles of lavender, citrus fresh, purification, so that I can put it on my wool dryer balls in replacement of dryer sheets. In my bathroom, obviously, I have Thieves soap or lemon hand soap. I've got my shampoo and conditioner. I've got lavender lotion. I've got Thieves toothpaste. I've got my Art skincare line, all those personal care products, my Savvy makeups on the shelf. So people see that when they come over. In my office, I always have a diffuser and some essential oils going so that I can get those personal testimonies on how my mindset changes, my motivation improves, my focus. In my bedroom, I have a diffuser. I have essential oils that are going to help me sleep better. And then in the kitchen, we've got Young Living food. Did you know that? We've got einkorn products like cereal. We've got Wolfberry snack bars. Ningxia Red's always in the fridge. I'll never run out of that. I've got a whole rack of my plus oils so that I remember to season my food with my essential oils and really kick those dishes up a notch, especially if I'm serving food. I've got dish soap on the counter. I've got the Thieves hand soap on the counter. I wash all my fruits and veggies with the fruit and veggie soak. In my bathroom, I've got a wellness cabinet. I've got my supplements in there. Of course, all of my oils that I would apply to my skincare routine. In my living room, I've got a diffuser. I've got an enormous rack of oils that has 185 oils or something crazy like that. And then in my car, I even have a car diffuser and an oil like Stress Away or Peace of Calming that sits in the glove box. So you really can sprinkle them everywhere, and that's going to be your daily reminder to use your products. And then use your products in front of other people. When you use them in front of friends, they're almost always going to ask you, what is that? They'll either see it or they're going to smell it, right? So use an oil or drink Ningxia Red from a packet. It doesn't matter what it is, just have people see you doing it. When I go out, I bring my own Thieves hand sanitizer because I want people to see and smell how beautiful that sanitizer is. It is so different from the weird tequila smelling stuff that all the stores have right now that leaves your hands all slimy. And if someone comments about it, when they smell it, I'll even let them have a squirt so that they can see that it doesn't dry out your hands. It doesn't feel gross. It smells amazing. Right? What more do we see right now than everybody using hand sanitizer? We often make recommendations to our friends and our family on, the latest, greatest things that we're personally experiencing or using. So maybe it's a book you just read. Maybe you had went to a restaurant, had takeout for dinner, or you just love your hairstylist. We recommend things all the time. TV shows, podcasts, fitness classes, repair services, and health products. So when you're catching up with friends and they express needs for something, use it as an opportunity to ask if you can make a recommendation. If they say yes, Share with them how a Young Living product has helped you and how it might be beneficial to them. If you have no idea what product might be good for their, express needs, then use your reference materials. Look up what they can try and share that recommendation. Let them see that you don't have all the answers, but you have a great reference guide that they can turn to as well when they get started with oils. Because remember, we aren't doctors. So the last thing we want to do is try and treat, diagnose, or cure someone's ailments. But you absolutely can share your story because it's your story. Okay, just don't make any promises for other people. But be honest, if something or someone has success with something or you haven't had success with something, then tell them that. But maybe you heard of somebody who has had a similar situation and this is what they used, because maybe you just haven't branched out into that, and that's okay. Some of the resources that I like to use, I keep an app on my phone. It's from Life Science. So the web address to get this, you gift yourself an app. It's $10, I think. And it's at canada.discoverlsp.com, and just look for the reference guide app and you could get that to your phone. It's also a great thing to gift a friend who you helped get started with Young Living, and you can gift it to their email address and then they can get it on their phone. We post pictures of ourselves, our friends, our family, our pets, things we're doing all the time on social media. We also make recommendations in our social media stories and feeds often, right? But the last time you posted a picture of your meal and said, "Oh my gosh, this was so good," and you tagged that restaurant in the photo, you were totally making a recommendation to your friends and giving free marketing to that restaurant. So what if you got paid every time a person saw that ad and went to that restaurant because of a recommendation? Now, you may not be able to convince a restaurant to give you a little piece of that pie for referring others, but Young Living says, "Thank you for referring someone to us," and they give you cash in your pocket. So there are so many ways to casually share or recommend Young Living on social media without being salesy. Sometimes you don't even have to show the product in the picture to spark a conversation that leads to some oily talk. Just share regularly how you are living life, the fun things you're doing, the things that you love. If you're using Young Living regularly, I know that it's going to get sprinkled into your posts in an authentic, genuine way. But to be even more intentional, be consistent. Studies show that it can take seeing an ad up to 20 times before someone actually decides to buy that product. So posting consistently will ensure that you are being seen when someone is ready to say yes to you. Now, I'm not telling you to constantly post a salesy ad saying, "This is great for XYZ, buy it here," post your link, because Facebook's going to hide your post from people anyway. But if social media is your jam, then I am telling you that you get your face on social media on a regular basis. Sprinkle the Young Living into your posts here and there. Make sure people know who you are outside of Young Living. They get to know you as a person before they get to know that you're oily, right? So don't just post about Young Living. But if you've been sharing consistently on social media and it hasn't sparked any conversations for you yet, then I encourage you to talk to the person who introduced you to Young Living and maybe have them look at your feed and see if they have any pointers or tips for you. Maybe they can make some suggestions on how to increase engagement with your friends and your followers. You can also infuse your house with oils. So if you're enjoying entertaining in your space, just put an oily twist on your get together. So maybe you're crafty. You could host a DIY night. You could charge for supplies and make a few oily goodies. That's a great way to introduce people to the practicality of oils. If you love food, infuse your food with Young Living, share the recipes and the health benefits on some recipe cards. If you're someone who likes to pamper other people, maybe you host a pamper party and let people come over and do facials with Young Living products or do their faces up in Savvy Minerals makeup. Just have a blast. You can even charge for the supplies if that's not in the budget. Now, me personally, I love to cook with oil. So when I have guests over, I try to make dishes that have oils in it. And then when they ask what they're eating or drinking, I share that with them. I've added, lemon plus to this lemon chicken or whatever. And it really does open their eyes, because that's a conversation I can now have about how pure Young Living oils are, that we can actually ingest our oils and other companies can't say that. So think about that person who invited you to try Young Living. Think about all the good that came because that person decided to share with you. But aren't you grateful that they did? Because they were probably nervous. Maybe they felt that they were being salesy. I don't know, but if you could change someone's life just like your enroller changed yours, wouldn't that make you feel amazing? You've realized now how much we rely on each other to recommend products and how much we appreciate it when people invite us to try some new things, things that they love. So it's time to think about just 2 people who you want to recommend Young Living to and invite them to try something. Maybe a sample that you can give them or mail them, or maybe they just want to buy some products because they already know and trust you. But who could really benefit from these products in your life? Maybe it's a family member. It could be a childhood friend. It could be a current friend or neighbor, a coworker, maybe someone from your church, your fitness club, your child's school. We know so many people and we meet new people just about every day. So make an impact in your community and share these products with the people that you know. Make it a personal mission to help just 2 people in your inner circle to get their very own Young Living starter bundle. It can be oils, it could be the Thieves line, it could be Ningxia. Maybe they have kids and they want to get the little Oilers set. Or they can even just customize their very first order with whatever they want. But the added bonus to helping your friends get their own starter bundle is that when they use your member number or your personal sign up link to order, Young Living's going to send you a $65 thank you check. Help them get their starter bundle on Essential Rewards, and your friend is going to get a free oil with their order, whatever the promo oil is that month. So Young Living makes it super convenient to embrace a healthy lifestyle, providing health and abundance. So who can you serve by sharing Young Living? But I want to add here that in order for you to receive that $65 thank you check, your order that month that your friend joins, you need to have at least a 50 PV order that you've placed personally. Okay, it could be a quick order, it could be an essential rewards, or it doesn't matter. But make sure that you've ordered in that same month so that Young Living can send you that check. Okay, same calendar month. So in order to ensure your friend or family actually sign up under you so that you can get those commissions, you must have your friends or family use your member number or your personal sign up link to open their account and order their products, okay? So you can simply give people your unique member number and they can plug it in to the Young Living website when they hit become a member, and they'll put your number in the enroller and sponsor spot on the website. Or you can even text them your personal sign up link. So you'll see on this page here how you can find that sign up link. So you just go into your virtual office, you click on member resources, you click on link builder, and this big long link comes up. So you can save that to your phone or your email or whatever. But it's going to automatically populate your member number into that sponsor and enroller spot so that they don't have to when they go to the Young Living website. But you can also make yourself a shorter URL link, which is what I really like. And so all you need to do for that is know your member number, write that down somewhere, and then type in the address bar of your Google search, or not your Google search, your web browser. Just type in yl.pe. Okay, no www, nothing, just yl.pe. It's going to bring you to the page. You put in your member number in the enroller and sponsor spot, and then it lets you pick a name that you want your URL to be in. As long as nobody's picked it, it's yours. So for me, mine's yl.pe/faith, right? Super easy for people to remember as well. So thank you so much for coming to this class and hearing about how we can share and recommend Young Living to our friends all the time. I hope you enjoyed the tips and tricks on how to get more intentional with building those personal testimonies, how to make sharing Young Living simple, how to leverage social media without being salesy. So let me know how I can help you help too. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen now so I can see everybody, and I'm going to stop